Everyone, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Dakota's Den. I hope everybody is having a great night. I seem to be on here later and later. I guess since winter's coming, I don't care what time it is. Well, I have a story for you today. I have a few stories for you today. We're going to talk about Kim Kardashian, just like I did yesterday, I.C.E, and Candace Owens. What is this I hear about Stephen A. Smith wanting to run for president? I just heard that, and I'm not saying anything else about it. But I hope everybody is doing good. Listen, yesterday I came on and I talked about Kim Kardashian. Ray J, everybody knows Ray J is always out there creating some kind of crazy stories or shenanigans or havoc or whatever. But Ray J is allegedly supposed to be working with the feds in order to get Kim Kardashian and her family, her mother and her sisters, the Kardashians, to get them arrested on some kind of RICO charges. And these charges are supposed to stem from the investigation that happened in the Diddy trial. Because, you know, in the Diddy trial, so many people were being investigated, and the Kardashians was one of the group of people that was being investigated. Well, with all that being said, what I heard on the news today is there must be some validity to the story with the Kardashians, because the Kardashians lawyers have sent Perez Hilton, he is a noted blogger, Perez Hilton, a cease and desist letter, because he is everything Kardashians. Everything there is to know about Kardashians, he knows it. So listen to this clip about what he had to say about the alleged RICO charges that Ray J said is supposed to happen to the Kardashians. Let's check this.
Y'all, I am still trying to wrap my brain around what just happened with me and them. Hello, my friends. The original influencer, Kardashian Jenner expert, and the family has just threatened me with legal action. But to go forward, we must take a step back. Yeah, Diddy. You might have heard Ray J was live streaming this week, and he had some eye-opening things to say. Quote, "The federal RICO I'm about to drop on Chris and Kim is about to be crazy."
So, that's what Perez, he's crazy. That's what he had to say about the Kim Kardashian. He reminds me, remember Three's Company, the show Three's Company with the little dark haired girl and the blonde girl? I can't remember their names. John Ritter. It reminds me of John Ritter. I used to like John Ritter. But anyway, so what I was talking about yesterday about the Kardashians must have some validity to it, because I'm not the only one who has heard it. And Perez is everything Kardashian. So let's see what happens with that story. Not that anybody cares. I just thought he was funny. Okay, and next we're going to talk about Candace Owens. Yes. Listen, Candace is out there. Candace is always out there, but Candace is all in the middle of this Charlie Kirk situation. She is. And Candace is being very vocal. Candace says that, and this is Candace talking, not me, because I don't really know too much about Charlie Kirk and all those people. I just know what I hear on TV. But anyway, Candace says that the government is lying in regards to the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. She says the government is lying. She does not believe that Tyler was it? Robinson, I think the young man's name was, the one who was found jumping off the roof. She doesn't believe that Tyler was the unaliver. Candace doesn't believe it. She believes that the government is lying. Okay, be careful out there, Candace. Be careful. Candace has she's made a 360 degree turn, if you guys notice. Candace used to be a die-hard conservative conspiracy theorist Republican. And now she seems to be not like a Democrat, but she seems to be, on the Democrat corner, and she is doing an investigation. It seems like she has no fear and she wants the truth. So Candace is on the case. She does not believe what the government has to say. Remember, she used to be all Trump, all white lives matter, all the time. Well, Candace has atoned for her sins, and I believe that there is a place in this world for Candace, because I haven't actually heard her say, I apologize for being such an idiot all this time, but actions speak louder than words, and Candace's actions is showing that she has atoned for her sins. Not like that big, stupid, dumb Umar Johnson. He stole millions of dollars from people, and he won't even admit that he did something wrong. So, in my opinion, right now, there's no place in the world for Dr. Umar Johnson, because he won't atone. But Candace has. She alleges that, okay, this is what Candace said. Candace said that she got information, and I have a clip, but I'm just going to tell you what she said. Candace says that she has information that Tyler Robinson was not on the campus at the time of Charlie Kirk's unaliving. She said that he was around the immediate area or something about being around the campus, but he has never even been to the campus. What in the world? This is getting bigger and bigger every day. Bigger and bigger every day. Yesterday I talked about Kirk being put on silver coins so he would live forever. But this story is crazy. So Candace is on the case, and she doesn't seem like she's scared. She's doing what she got to do. She wants the truth. And I'm just going to say that, Candace, be careful out there. The major accusations, Candace, these are major accusations that you're putting out there. I hope you can put your money where your mouth is, because these are major implications. And I also heard that the feds, I guess that would be Kash Patel, right? Yeah. The feds are looking for not looking for her, but they want to speak to her, but they have not spoke to her yet, because right now she's moving in weird ways. I guess I don't know. I'm not even going to begin to try to put myself in her mind frame of what she's doing, what she's not doing, or whatever. But Candace just believes that the government is lying. So stay tuned, because one thing I've noticed as a YouTuber, and please everybody, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really, it's free and it supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. I really would. So show me some love on that end. But Candace is on the case, and we'll see what's going to happen. Now, I was going to say one thing I've learned, that when you hear news, especially on YouTube, well, I would say that news on YouTube is probably a lot more truthful than mainstream news. But still, when you hear things on YouTube, I like to sit back for a day or two, because things change. They change so fast, and you don't want to be seen as a liar. So don't look at YouTubers as a liar, because things can change overnight. You remember how the Diddy case was going? Every day there was somebody coming out. He did this, he did that, he did this. Oh, this one's lying, this one's not lying, this one. Blah, blah, blah. So, I don't try to go by what I hear at first. I try to sit back, let it stew a little bit, see what I can hear, what's the word on the street, talk to a couple of sources here or there, and see what's going on. So we'll see what's going to happen with Candace Owens. Okay, we'll see what's going to happen. Be careful, Candace. Be careful, please. We love you. See, that's what I get for being smart. I moved myself and I didn't move. Okay, there you go. All right. The next story is Florida. For all of you Second Amendment people who love to carry your GUNs around, why, I don't know, but for all of you people who like to move to Florida, because right now, September 27th, 2025, Florida is a carry state. Florida is a carry state. Why? Why should we be able to just walk around with weapons in our pants? I mean, so stupid. It really is. So Florida is now a carry state. So if you want to do that, move to Florida. And there was a man in Florida who tested the waters, but I can't show you a picture or a video because I can't show that on YouTube. Okay. But there's a man that was walking around Florida just like he was at the OK Corral. I think it is so stupid. I think it is so asinine. I think that only police officers, military men, and security guard should be walking around carrying GUNs, not us normal people. Can you see me walking around the street, going to the supermarket, going to Walmart with a GUN in my pocket? I mean, wouldn't you say, this lady is deranged? Somebody call a straitjacket on her, because I just think it's just asinine. But the way Florida got to be an open carry state is that a 15-day period has expired on at the appeals court decision that made the GUN carrying unconstitutional. So it used to be unconstitutional, but the appeal has expired and now it's open. On December 10th, a 1987 panel of the First District of Appeals overturned the 1987 law that made it a misdemeanor to visibly display your GUNs. So that's what's going on with Florida. But there are some places, there's quite a few places that you cannot walk around looking like a dumbass with a GUN strapped to your pocket. And if you go to courthouses, Board of County Commissions, City Commission, council meetings, and places like that, etc., 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 you cannot walk around looking like a stupid dumbass. Okay? So that is what's happening with Florida. I really cannot believe it, but it's just ridiculous. It is. All right. So the last story is the craziest story that I cannot believe this. Check this out. And I am not laughing because it is not funny. It is not funny. I.C.E. For a long time, I couldn't remember who was I.C.E. and who was I.C.E. But listen, I'm not laughing, but Ice-Cube's tour bus was bombed. It was firebombed in Portland. Ice-Cube's fire... I don't know why I'm laughing. No, you see why I'm laughing. Ice-Cube's tour bus was firebombed. It was mistaken for an ICE deportation bus. You know, ICE, I.C.E. Did he have the words ICE written on the bus? That poor guy. So, Ice Cube's tour bus was firebombed because it was mistaken for an ICE deportation bus. Okay, so it happened in Portland. Let me get it together. It happened in Portland. No one was hurt. There was heavy smoke. But no one was hurt. But, you know, there's conflicting information. Some people are saying he had ICE written on his bus, and some people are saying he didn't have ICE written on his bus. Based on the pictures, you can't see what's written on the bus. But they thought it was an ICE. They thought it was an ICE. What if it had detainees on the bus? You know? But anyway, okay, so investigators are rummaging through what's left of the bus to kind of sort of see what is what's going on. Okay? So everybody, I am so glad that you guys joined me tonight. I'm so glad. Like I said before, show me some love. I'm a new channel and I am trying to grow. And as far as those of you who has donated to my channel, thank you so much. I so appreciate it because I'm trying to get some new equipment so I don't have to deal with this crazy sensitive computer where you slide your fingers on the screen and everything just goes crazy. But anyway, and after my videos, I always put up a picture of my paintings and I sell them. So if you don't want to buy one, that's all good. That's all good. But the least you can do is enjoy them. Okay. So everybody have a good night and enjoy the paintings. Bye.